or just the people that didn't come? I'm not sure. That's a joke. Hey, my goodness, isn't the Lord good? Let's thank the Lord a minute. Let's think about it just a brief moment there and just be happy. We know Jesus and He loves us. Oh, my. We love Jesus together. I have a great privilege this morning, and it is to dedicate Matthew Alexander Shabunya to the Lord, who was born on September the 1st of this year. And I want to ask Art and Mila to come up, and I'll say a few words. I thought you were going to name that little boy after me. I didn't know that you took those other really good names, but what a good-looking boy. Do you have anything to say, Matthew? That was enough. That was enough. Whenever I think about baby dedications, I think about a couple similar to Art and Mila, a couple who was having difficulty having a child. And Hannah was in that particular situation, but she cried out to the Lord. And Hannah told the Lord, if you give me a child, I'll give you that child for the rest of his life. I'll lend him to the Lord. Now the interesting thing is, when we lend something, we expect more back. But when she lent the child back, she took her child Samuel to live in the house of Eli, which took an amazing amount of faith. And that's what we're doing when we're dedicating our children to the Lord. We're saying, Lord, this is the fruit we have borne. And we're saying, Lord, we are committing his life to you. And we're trusting you. And we're believing you to take care of this child and help us raise him, because we've chosen to raise this child in what they've called the nurture and the admonition of the Lord. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to bless you, Matthew Alexander, and we commit your dear life. What a sweet child. I have heard that you cry a lot at night, and we would ask that you would stop doing some of that if possible. But Lord, we do commit this child to you, and we thank you for the Shabunyas, Art and Mila, and we ask that you would help them in every single way to raise this little fellow for your sake, for your glory, in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Very cool. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a 5-minute break, and I'm going to ask you to exercise faith and love. I want you to look around and see if there's someone you don't know who would not be embarrassed if you went over and said hello to them. And go over and say hello to them. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen,